Welcome back to a 1v1 match, I guess. It is not ranked because this is technically a free-for-all match. But it is quite funny. This is a free-for-all match, however, it only paired me with one other person, so technically it's a 1v1. And I was not gonna have it. Now, one thing I hate about free-for-alls is when they only have like when they only send you against one person. And then basically just turns to a 1v1, and then people just kind of like want to get it over with because they don't, you don't really sign up for 1v1s when you're playing for free for alls. However, it is a good way to train for a 1v1. It's a very good way to like practice 1v1ing people by going in free for all and hoping you get a 1v1 match. And plus, you don't lose any rank, so yeah. So again, it's very good practice. Now, in this match, it's kind of funny in some points because I basically, I'll say brag, but let my strategy be known. Let him know I'm attacking him, and it works. And you'll see what you're gonna see later on what happens. So again, I launch a Stone Warrior Rush, again a small force. Back to my old strategies of weakening my opponent, and this guy. I guess again he's not having it. He's actually quite smart because he puts him in a choke point because he has no defenses. He kind of has to like run them around. But again, he just keeps letting them follow me. Now, technically speaking, it doesn't really work. Running around with your workers doesn't technically work because, especially with warriors with the speed upgrade, if they didn't have a speed upgrade, yeah, it would have worked. But these warriors have a speed upgrade, thus making it a lot harder for you to run around. But again, I kill quite a bit of workers. He does kill all of my stone warriors, but that's okay. Again, small raid, nothing. It's just supposed to soften them up a little bit. Really, when I do that, it's just soften them up. Like that's my new that's my new rank strategy. Just by softening up my opponent a little bit with a stone warrior rush, a small one, and then following it up with a larger force. However, I do very much expect an attack because I immediately know what he's gonna do. Again, the moment you see an opponent build stables like this, it's just immediately I immediately know every single move you are going to make, and I know every single thing you're going to try to do. Especially when you build just one stable. Like really, all it takes for me to realize build one stable that early on, I immediately know 100% what you're going to do. It is the horse rush strategy, the cavalry rush strategy. Problem with the cavalry, again, as I said many times, the cavalry rush strategy still very, very popular, but by all intents and purposes, very, very outdated, because many people know how to counter it. It is not hard at all to counter a cav rush strategy if you know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing. So I immediately start preparing a bunch of towers right next to my base, especially in areas with high amounts of workers. To prepare. I launched my attack with spearmen. Again, he had a lot larger force of cavalry than I had expected, but that is okay. This was meant to be more of a probing attack. And again, he launches his attack thinking that, oh, he must have wasted all of his units. Yeah, no, I had a huge stockpile of units waiting for this guy. And look at this right here. He launches his attack, and he realizes, oh shit, a lot of towers. And this, honestly, yeah, there is no way he's going to be able to destroy my towers, especially medieval towers. And the moment I have medieval towers against this, you know you won. The problem with it, though, is people, again, this is its common strategy too, is by they run around your base, they're trying to find weak spots in your base. I'm trying to lure your forces away, thus eliminating the entire force. Now, I did have this little issue right here. where my workers did die right here, and the reason was because I was trying to take this tree line, but the problem was there was boars and wild animals in the way, which kind of ruined it. It just got 2 of my workers killed, unfortunately, but that was my fault. I shouldn't have sent in my workers without eliminating the threats in the area before. Yeah. But again, I had more pressing concerns. Now, I honestly think that he's going to do Light Knights, but he actually does something special. He makes himself a little outpost right here. A nice little, cute little outpost right here. And I was like, okay, so this is a siege. He's going to siege me in. But here's something interesting. Okay, so this is actually something I saw him do, and I didn't realize what he was doing. He was building a wall. Now, at first I thought I'm thinking, is he going to build a massive wall surrounding me? I'm like, no. That's an enormous waste of resources, and was theoretically impossible in a way, and also in a way kind of helpful, because it kind of protects me. But I'm like, no, he's not gonna do that. And then I thought he was just gonna build a wall surrounding his towers, but of course he doesn't do that either. And right here, he launches his little attack straight into, the heart of my base, and he realizes my army is gone. Now, I wonder what was running through his mind when he realizes my army was gone. Because I was spawning in spearmen. That was something I was doing to buy myself time. I was, spamming spearmen, but unfortunately I had like virtually no materials. But right here, I had launched my own little counterattack, and again, like I said last video, the best strategy, the best time to attack is when your opponent is attacking you. And I type "look back home," and immediately he immediately realizes that the amount of holy shit, what the fuck just happened event situation that's going on in his own base. He starts building towers to try and save himself. Perfect. This is perfect. When someone does this, this is perfect because it just stops your workers, and it makes it so much easier to just slaughter them so easily. And look at that, immediately all his food workers are dead. All of his wood workers, there are workers in his towers, but again, they're dead. And I actually managed to kill all of his workers right when he finished building the tower. And I did destroy this tower thinking that there was still workers inside of it, but it turns out I had killed them all. I destroyed his houses, I destroyed his farm, I just killed all of his food workers. He has nothing less, and if we can look, again, he still has quite a bit of supplies, but again, he has to rebuild everything he just lost. He has no more workers. He isn't even in medieval age yet. He isn't even in medieval age yet. He doesn't have a single upgrade to his name. He has the armor upgrade apparently, but look, he has everything he just lost. That's an end game right there. That's an end game right there for that poor guy. Meanwhile, I was having my own little situation. Now, I had this little situation right here. Now, I debated on building a warehouse here. But I also just want to cut... But there wasn't that much trees. I thought maybe I could just obliterate this, get rid of this tree line quickly. But, that doesn't happen. That's something interesting that does happen. He does launch his own full-scale... He tried to launch a full-scale attack on me. But then I realized the situation he was in. Now, surprisingly, not many of his cavalry actually died in the attack. I think it was just the sheer amount, but all of them are, as you see, severely wounded. And plus, I didn't lose a single solitary unit in that entire engagement, whereas he lost two calves and wounded all of his others to the point where they're basically combat ineffective. Now, I do launch my own. I decided, you know what, this is enough time, enough. Like this is enough is enough. I'm gonna end this guy right here and right here now. He's basically dead. So I launched my own full-on attack, and he does try to, he tries to save his, tries to save his little outpost, but to no avail. His units are just completely butchered. The elephants themselves could butcher them. The pikes, unfortunately, the pikes are completely useless. Now I really hate this pikes. Honestly, God, like Azaps and other pikes, just piking in general. How are they so useful yet so useless? That's the one thing I don't understand. Like they're so useful yet so useless. I think it's just the amount you could spawn in at a time is probably why. And my game just... Okay, sorry about that. Again, I decided to, decided to wait a little bit. Now I do launch my attack, but then I immediately just decide to go straight in and just like go for I attempt to go for the kill, but unfortunately a lot of his cavalry units were just blocking me. I wanted to wait for reinforcements, but this was more than enough. Like the fact he couldn't even kill me over here, there was a very low chance he was going to finish me here, especially with fully armored elephants. These are armored elephant archers. I even said GG go sub to Wolves of War. A little bit of product placement. I realized that the more times I tell people to go sub to my channel in these matches, like the more subscribers I get. I think it's because they realize, like, oh yeah, I'm on YouTube, or oh yay, I fought this YouTuber. Now next time when I fight him, I'll know. But you know. The elephants, yeah, there was no hope for this guy. Now, I'm surprised he even built a wall. Surprisingly, I think it was to prevent himself from being attacked. But again, building a wall, like again, this wall right here would have been very, very good for early fights. And especially because he had all these structures over here acting like walls, so he wasn't one of those noobish guys who builds massive walls. He had a set game plan in mind, but it was just... This wall, it can do nothing against medieval units. Even pikemen could destroy that wall. Enough of them, at least, could have destroyed the wall. But yeah, that has been this video. And it really is... Okay, again, like I've said... I said this last video. The best time to attack someone is when they're attacking you. That really is the case. As you saw... He was completely unaware. I even told him to go look back at his base. Only then did he realize, oh shit, I gotta hurry up and, I gotta hurry up. But yeah, but again, like when you, also, it is a good idea. When you attack someone, and they don't realize the best, like, and if you want them to get out of your base and like force them to stop sieging you, type in chat that you're attacking their base, because it really does work. As you saw in this video, you just saw he was in the center of my base, completely trying to decimate everything, and I just tell him, oh hey, I'm attacking your base. There he is. And then he just pulls back everything he has. And it not only gives me enough time to prepare, because I immediately just got elephants galore immediately, but it also ruined his economy, thus making it so that way he could never recover. Even if he reached medieval, there was nothing he could have done. Everything he had would just snap of fingers, gone. Snap of fingers, gone. Snap of fingers, gone. Just everything he possibly had. Again, now some of you might have told me it's like he was never going to destroy your. Now, okay, he was never going to destroy your base. And again, do you think that, again, you're right, but at the same time, this was, again, as you saw, it got them out of your base, and it gave you enough time to repair. Even if he, again, he even tried to launch his assault on my base, like immediately straight after he dealt my spearmen, but by then, you should have already prepared, you should have already solidified your defense, repaired anything you needed to, and get the troops and get your military ready. Because by the time it took for his cavalry to run back to his base, defeat my force, and run all the way back to my base, I had elephants and I had pikemen. And I've just obliterated his cavalry. So again, you should really sometimes really is the best strategy is to tell your opponent you're in the center of your base and you're just completely decimating them. And again, I could have probably just cut all his workers and then told him that later, but again, I was not in a good area. I was low on supplies, all my workers were in the towers, and had he destroyed 2 towers, that's still around 15-20 workers. Right there down the drain. That could have been avoided. But yeah. Again, like I said before, the best time to attack an opponent is when they're attacking you. And so, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and I will see you all next time.